What it is, what it is, what it is, my people. Can you hear me loud and clear? Whoo, it took a while to get here. Believe that. Hopefully, I'm sounding good, nice and crispy. I haven't done this in a while. If you haven't noticed, anybody that is still subscribed to this channel. Because, man, I put out content so man, it's all over the place, man. It's all over the place, all the time too. So, my apologies to anybody that rock out, that came through at any time looking for content. My apologies. It's just tough, man. It's tough making content or being consistent. Making content is tough. It's really tough. So. Shout out to whoever in here. I see my man Aunt Boogie Oogie, my guy. I've been watching his streams lately, with all this madness going on in the world, all this craziness. He been going live consistently talking about it. So India, what's going on, man? What we eating for dinner? I have no idea. What time is it? 10 o'clock? We had some Berea earlier. Shit gave me heartburn. That's why I'm sitting here all tight like this. Nigga need some Tums. But, I do got a glass of wine, so cheers. Man, I want to do this more often. I want to go live, consistently. Kind of how I was doing previously. And if my eyes is like wandering, it's because I got this new this prompter, this Elgato prompter, and this is my first time using it in a live stream. All of my screens and all the stuff that I have is in front of me now, so that is cool. That is cool. I still kind of glance over just to check what's going on in the stream, but for the most part, yeah, I can look from directly in front of me, which, keeps me looking at the camera. So that was a lot of explaining for nothing. That was a lot of explaining for absolutely nothing. But if you see my eyes gaze, because I'm looking at the chat and I'm looking back at the screen, but I got pulled up. So I want to talk about Superman today. I know I would hope that anybody that really, 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 really wanted to see it got a chance to see it this weekend, opening weekend. Hopefully saw it on the biggest screen possible. That IMAX. I saw it on IMAX. Ooh, that IMAX. The IMAX is something else. It really is. I'm a super duper fan of the IMAX. Are you gonna finish your meatball sub and fries? Do so, man, and try to stay hydrated because I didn't do a good job of that, and I'm sitting here with a knot right there. I'm all right though. I'm good, but that shit definitely knotted me up. And this wine ain't helping. This shit ain't doing no good, but I'm gonna sip it though. I also want to talk about some other things. I watched a bunch of stuff. I played some games recently. I did, man. Death Stranding 2. And the more I talk about cinema, I start to see these things that I've learned inside of video games, which is dope. It's cool shit to point out. What else did I see? I saw Squid Game, and I also saw The Bear. The full seasons of both of those. So I've been watching TV. I'm watching quite a bit of TV. Didn't get a chance to see F1. Did want to see F1. And I think I need to catch that before it leave theaters. Yeah. Nah, man, it's 2020. Nah, I'm with my free time, it's healthy actually to play some video games in your free time. My family is downstairs right now. They're not playing video games, but they playing like games on their phone and shit. So, everybody plays games, man. It's just having the time to do it, knowing that some of my free time has to be devoted to some other things. So that's all. But I've been having a lot of fun playing Death Stranding. So what y'all playing, man? What y'all got in the deck? I know Ant got that new college football. I haven't got a chance to pick that up yet. I want to pick it up very, very, very soon. Madden comes out soon. So movies though, movies is crack-a-lacking right now. Superman. Do we want to talk about Superman first? Or you want to talk about something else? What y'all watching? What's in front of y'all? What y'all interested in right now? You know, I know Superman is the talk. Everybody's Supermaned out. We got a couple weeks till Fantastic Four, and everybody be talking about Fantastic Four. So, what's on deck? What y'all watching, man? Any series that you watching? If you read anything, just whatever media you consume, and drop it in the chat. I am reading. Where's this book? I think it's near my bed, but I'm reading a book called Build Your Story Brand 2.0. I read the first book, and now I'm reading the second book. And I also, hold on, you know, I got to pull some shit off the shelves. I just got this because I watched Superman and it made me want to read something. So I got, damn, I don't know where it's at. Hold on, y'all. Watch this real quick. Where did I put it at? I don't even remember what I do. Oh, there it is. This is what I got here. I got, let me see, can we get that? There we go. Kingdom Come, the graphic novel. I never read this before. This is my first time reading this. Didn't get a chance to start reading it yet. I'm going to read this as soon as I finish this book that I'm reading. Get that out of here. But yeah, I'm reading Kingdom Come, or I want to read Kingdom Come because of Superman. Like, Superman prompted me to do that. Let me see. All right. Just trying to get this chat together. I got to get this, I got to do this a bit better next time I go live. Okay. So Superman made me want to read comics again. So that's a testament to how good this movie is. This movie's really good. So we could just start there, man. Let's start with Superman. Let's start with, I'm pulling it up on the screen. James Gunn's Superman. This is the reboot of the DCEU, however you want to call that, right? Let me see. There we go. Yeah, this is, hold on. Let me put this on my screen. David Cornsweet as Superman. A lot of people were skeptical about David Cornsweet as Superman. I wasn't, because he looked the part, and I had just recently saw him in Twisters. And not saying he was Superman in Twisters by any means, but he was pretty good in that movie, and he just has that look, that, you know, square jaw, wholesome white guy look, you know. And if we're gonna jump into the movie, first things first, he killed this, guys. He destroyed this. And you know, I gotta throw some sauce on it. He's from Philadelphia. He's from Philadelphia. What more do I need to say? I don't need to say anymore. The guy's from Philadelphia. David Cornsweet killed it as Superman. Now, his Clark Kent, it wasn't really much Clark Kent. And it wasn't bad either. I wasn't mad that it wasn't as much Clark Kent as I probably thought it would be because of the Lois deal, Clark, Lois. I did think that there would be more Clark Kent, but no. This was plenty Superman. I'm talking about, this got to be the most Superman movie I've ever seen in my days. Like, this is Superman. And I know that comparison, and we'll talk about it in a few. That comparison with Man of Steel is out there. Everybody wants to compare Man of Steel with this Superman movie, just like they compared Man of Steel with Christopher Reeves and Richard Donner's Superman back in 1978. 78 or 79. Damn, that was a long time ago. Shit, I wasn't even born yet. And I got grays and I'm just old. I'm pissing Hennessy and fuck shit. I'm old out here, man. That's sick. But it's a classic, iconic movie. And it deserves its flowers because it was the first. groundbreaker, trendsetter. Now look at every summer we getting 2 to 3, sometimes even 4 superhero movies every summer. And that's not every year. I'm just talking about the summertime. So you got to tip your hat to the originators. But he did a great job of embodying that character: Superman, hope, glory, vulnerability. And that is something that Superman severely lacked and needed desperately. Vulnerability. Like, I think his deal was that he wasn't vulnerable enough. So you have damn, what's his name? Nicholas Hoult. I'm sorry, I'm looking right at it. Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. And look, bro, I'm just gonna let y'all know like this. He cooked his Lex Luthor. His Lex Luthor was crazy in the way you would think Lex Luthor would be crazy from watching the animations and just other iterations of this character. My man was just despicable. He was the ultimate hater, man. He was hating Superman every chance that he got. And his hate almost destroyed Metropolis, which is very, very Lex Luthor. And it has parallels to some people and things of today. So it's right on par with all of that stuff. You know, if you want to, whether you Elon, all that, it's on par. It's very much on par. So there's people saying that this movie is woke. I feel like this is where they're getting it from. They're getting it from that perspective that Lex Luthor is parallel to Elon Musk, or, you know, just to say that side of the street. But I didn't think it was political at all, even though, you know, I take that back. What the fuck am I talking about? The story starts off with a conflict that's political, that Superman gets he interferes in, and rightfully so. And that causes this conflict where should Superman be able to just go and do whatever he wants to do and try to end everyone's conflict and be a part of it. And that had political implications also. So I don't know what the hell I was just about to say, because what I was about to say did not mean shit. It didn't mean a goddamn thing. You feel what I'm saying? It is somewhat political. It is, but very surface level political. It's not political to me. It doesn't have its claws like a movie like Captain America, Winter Soldier was way more political to me. Where this is like kind of sort of political. Only if your politics is like catching a footnote on the news about politics. Like, that's what kind of politics is in this movie. And I just didn't see why people was in an uproar about it. About it being woke, at least. You feel me? There's other things about the movie you could be in an uproar about if you wanted to. And it's not being woke or whatever. But Hard 8, what's going on, brother? Ryan was good. Ryan, man, long time. But I thought he killed it as Lex Luthor. I thought he destroyed that shit. Me personally. Now I noticed this next it's probably gonna be the Lois Lane. Oh no, it's Lex Luthor again. He even looks he looks just like what you would think Lex Luthor would look like. That Jesse Eisenberg shit. And I'm not a person that be slam dunking all over the Snyder cut every chance I get. But his choice for Lex Luthor was just puzzling, man. I didn't understand it at all. Right, there's Superman and Lex Luthor. And Lex Luthor and Lois Lane, played by Rachel Brosnahan. I'm not familiar with her game. I'm not sure what else she's played in, but I thought she was efficient in this movie, being his love interest and playing a reporter that'll do anything to get her story. Like, it was very, very safe play on Lois Lane to me. It's typical Lois Lane shit. The only thing about this Lois, now I'll give them that. Superman didn't save her every chance he got. Nah, she was on her own for a couple of Jones. Mr. Terrific definitely looked out for her. And we're gonna talk about the rest of the cast, but I want to get through the main core cast. I thought she did a good job. I thought she did a good job being the love interest, and she wasn't the damsel in distress. I'm falling off a fucking building. Superman, come save me. No, she was solid. She held her own. She was tough. She barked back at him. She had him bitching for a little bit. Superman, he was on the ropes a little bit. Because she said some shit to him that he just couldn't stomach. He carried that through the whole damn movie after that. So she was good. She was good in the role. It just she didn't do enough to be like mesmerized with that character, if that makes any sense. Like I just didn't get that from it. But I thought that what she was doing with what she had was all right, man. We say Superman was mid. The bar is so low for DC movies. I mean, maybe that's the case. I like Superman, right? I like Superman. I do. So it was good to see Superman as Superman. So that might have elevated it some. Because the plot, and I want to get to that. I wanted to get through the characters first. But the plot is where I had the biggest problem. That the plot was like, yo, what the fuck is this movie about? It was a couple of joints towards the end. I was just like what? But I wanted to get through the cast first because I think that's the best part of the movie. I think the best part of the movie to me was the characters. David Corn Sweat as Superman, Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, and Rachel, let me get her name right, Brosnahan as Lois Lane. I thought that trio was a good trio, a good nucleus. But then you get these characters, these auxiliary characters, you know, co-stars. Or I don't even want to call them co-stars. They was just in the movie. They did have a reason to be in the movie, but you have Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner, the Green Lantern. Edie, come on, y'all, I'm gonna fuck this guy's name up, and I apologize right now, bro. But I'm about to fuck your name all the way up. Edie Gaethje? Edie Gaethje as Mr. Terrific, and Isabella Merced as Hawk Girl. Is that right? Is it Hawk Girl? Okay, so these are supposed to be like the government's superheroes that they send out to do shit. Really, to be honest with you, the only one that I really remember is Mr. Terrific. Not saying that the other characters didn't do anything. Nathan Fillion had a Green Lantern moment. Hawk Girl had a little moment of hers. He had the most screen time out of all of them, though. Like, he was in the movie for real. And I liked him. I did like that character. I thought it was cool. It was different. You know, you got this like black wizard scientist guy floating around in a chair, throwing orbs at people. And he has a really good fight scene towards the end. So I liked him too. And the rest of it was kind of like, the rest of the cast was just, I didn't get a chance to really get into Perry White or even, what's my man name? Jimmy Olsen. You know, Jimmy Olsen kind of was macking a little bit. You know, that's a whole, I don't want to get into exactly what that was for anybody that want to watch the movie. But, yeah, the other cast members they were cool. They were cool too. So it wasn't, you know, nothing crazy. But to me, it's villains in there, and it's crazy. I talked about Lex Luthor, but there's other people. Hold on, let me see if I can find them. I'm gonna get back to some of these shots. Now they got shots of the cast and not the movie. Yeah, I'm not gonna go through all of that. But I'm gonna talk about it though. So you have these villains. One of them was named the Engineer, and I want to say that she's played by. She is played by. Where is her character at? Maria Gabriella. Damn, she fine. Listen, so yo, where's Bond? She fine, yo. Played by Isabella. She was cool. She was cool in the movie too. It's just that it's hard to make Superman feel like he's in danger. And this movie tried really hard. This movie took all of that Superman can't get hurt, all of that kind of shit. It took that shit to the gut, to heart, because they was fucking Superman up every chance they got. Every chance they could to whoop Superman's ass. They did it. They did it. They took that chance. And to me though, some of it was overkill. Some of it was overkill. Some of it was welcoming because he has to have some type of, he can't just, this whole invincible shit is just trash to me. I don't even like that Superman archetype where he just can't get fucking hurt at all. Like, that shit is dumb to me. It's silly. You writing around a character that can't get hurt. You know how fucking hard that is? That's why Superman kind of been asked for a long time, because the writers are having a hard time because they done piled up so many superpowers on one nigga that he does everything. The motherfucker does everything. He can fly. He can run fast. To me, if you can fly, running fast shouldn't be your twist too. That's somebody else's twist. But you can run fast. You can jump high. You can fly. Like, come on, man. Do everything. Shoot beams out his eyes. His breath is cold. He can hear. He can see through walls. God damn. Like, shit. You know how hard it is to write for a fucking character that could do everything? So the fact that this movie actually did it in a fresh way, I do think they overkilled on the ass whippings. I truly do. That's one of the points that I was kind of like, I don't know if I'm gonna see Superman get his ass whipped this much. You know, some shit he didn't look too super. In fact, it start off. That's how the movie starts. Him getting his ass whipped. Immediately, they want to just hammer home that he's not your usual Superman. Sometimes he takes an ass whipping. You know, he just keeps coming back. So that, yeah, that was a little too much. But him actually being able to get hurt is cool. It's cool. It's cool. We say, Ryan, you said props. A Superman movie where he doesn't get hurt will be boring as hell. Yes, I agree. Yeah, he needs some type of weakness. And it can't just be kryptonite all the time. Like, the kryptonite shit is crazy, too. That's another thing. Like, it's baked in thing that if he gets near it, he gets sick, he's hungry, he's fucking hot and having fevers and shit. He's actually a whack-ass character. I truly feel bad for anybody that has to write this shit here. Like, for real. You handcuffed. You're cuffed, bro. Like, you are an excellent writer if you can write around all this shit. Motherfucker need a green rock to get hurt. It's tough. Something like polio. Something. You know what I'm saying? Something. Because that shit is just rough watching that. We've been watching it for years, actually. You know, they just keep adding powers. More powers. He's invincible. The red sun, the orange sun that's a fucking nightmare. But I thought they did a good job with it. I thought they did a good job in this movie with it. And one of the better things I liked about it too was that they assumed we knew like Superman already. Like, we know about Superman. We don't need to see him come in there as a baby, and we know that shit already. We don't need to see that anymore. And I'm good. I'm glad that they approached it that way, because weirdly enough, and people are going to hate this for real. I thought the approach was like how they approached Spider-Man for the MCU, where Spider-Man didn't get bit by a spider. You know, he kind of was already Spider-Man by the time we start, you know, following him. So I thought they followed that model, assuming that we already know how Superman got all his powers and how he came about as far as, you know, crash landing on the Kents and being raised by them. That was another thing I also liked too, was that both of his parents was alive and they was country hicks. They looked like they were exactly where they from. That casting was perfect. Perfect casting. But my problems, and that's all the things, that's not all the things I like. I like some other stuff too. I like the cinematography. And I heard a lot of people bitching about this too. I thought the cinematography for a superhero movie was excellent. It looked different. It looked fresh. I was a fan of it. I like that wide angle lens that they use when he's flying. I'm on IMDb. I thought they had more pictures on IMDb. They got a bunch of pictures of the premiere. Like, come on, man. I don't want to see that shit. But that wide angle that I got of him flying as the thumbnail, fantastic. But see, kind of like this here, bro was just getting his ass beat. Like, the beats. He was just getting whooped. Like, come on. He was bleeding minute one of the movie. My man was a bloody mess. Lex with the cool shades. Mr. Terrific. Mr. Terrific was dope. Mr. Terrific was dope. But another thing I liked about the movie was that Superman actually saved people. And I feel like people forget that shit. They just be wanting to see Superman fight. And I be like, nah, y'all gotta understand. Superman saves people. That's all he does. He saves motherfuckers. So having him save people in the most elaborate ways is how you make a Superman movie. That's just how it's done. Him fighting people, and I'm not saying that I wouldn't want to see it because it's kind of like watching like Dragon Ball Z when he's fighting somebody that he definitely saved a squirrel. Dragon Ball Z where they're throwing each other through buildings and shit, and all that's cool. But when it comes to action, man, I'm a martial arts guy. That's the kind of action I'm into. You know, I just been watching the Raid, and I'm working on something crazy that I can't wait to show y'all. I can't wait, man. I'm getting my John Woo on in this joint. Like I can't wait to show y'all. Man, I wish I could show y'all something now, but I can't. I can't show you that now. But that's my kind of action. The martial arts, that's my shit. Superman fighting, I need more than Superman fight. I need him to catch a plane, a building, save some people out of there. That's Superman to me. I'd rather see Batman fight. Batman kicks ass. Superman, let me stop, man. I'm about to say save ass. Oh my God. It's late. It's late. I was about to say he save ass. Batman kicks ass. Superman saves ass. The fuck am I talking about? But yeah, that's to me the mantra of Superman. You know what I mean? Superman saves people. He saves folks. You know what I'm saying? So that's dope to me. In this movie, he did a lot of that shit, man. Saved a squirrel, saved a dog, saved a lot of people, saved a little girl. You know, I don't know if anybody ever heard. I'm about to give y'all some game if anybody ever want to write scripts or anything like that. But it's a book called, I'm trying to look for it now. It's called, I thought I was, it's called Save the Cat, y'all. It's called fucking Save the Cat. Where the fuck is this book? There it is. This book is called Save the Cat, right? This book right here is a little game for y'all on screenwriting. If anybody ever wanted to write a screenplay, this is a good book to read. I actually read this like, what is this? Oh, my wife left me a little post. That's some cute shit, right? Y'all know. So she left me a little post in there. But that book right there, that's a good book to get your mind wrapped around how to write a screenplay. Because people just start writing. They just start writing, man. And you're like, bruh, the fuck is this shit here? It's got a structure. And you could bend and stretch and I was about to go on another pause-worthy rant. But you can be flexible with your idea of the structure of a screenplay. But that give you the fundamentals. It's a good book. Motherfuckers like, damn, this motherfuckers talking about books and shit. No, I mean, I think people should read stuff. Keep your mind fresh, a little sharp. But I can't say I'm a fan of the plot to this movie, y'all. I can't say I'm a fan. I cannot say I'm a fan of the plot because Lex Luthor's motives were so shallow. And I'm not saying they had to be anything complicated or complex. But to go to the lengths at which he did just to hold Superman up a little bit didn't shake out to me. It didn't make enough sense to me. And I don't want to talk exactly about what his motives was, but probably like maybe a half an hour before the movie ends, a group of characters basically tell you his entire plan. Like they figured his shit out from top to bottom, right? And they just spend 2 minutes telling you all of that shit, right? Which was lame. That was whack. But even what he did, like he did some real nefarious shit in Metropolis, basically to get Superman to have to save Metropolis and not do something else. And I was just like, that's when I kind of was in the movies like, yeah, this is weak as hell. Like the end of this is just, and another thing, there's something that's introduced that's heavy. We're talking heavy subject matter here. You know, Superman got some explaining to do. You know what I'm saying? And he don't explain nothing. He don't explain shit. In fact, by the end of the movie, I feel like they forgot about it. Like they legit forgot that this important ass thing happened. You know, this is the part that in the previews that people were throwing trash at his head and shit. He hit him in his head and he just keep walking and shit. Like that's how mad people were at him because of this thing. And by the end of the movie, they threw that shit out the window. They look crypto. They talk about crypto. Crypto was good too. I forgot about crypto. Crypto was a bad little motherfucker, man. And I know I'm all over the place. My reviews of movies are, and I took note. I had notes. I haven't looked at them notes one time. I just start talking. You feel what I'm saying? He said, "Where my Sinners review?" Listen, he was crazy because I saw Sinners like 3 times, bro. I almost drove to New York to watch it in 70 millimeter. I really did. But I'm pretty sure I talked about Sinners online. I'm pretty sure I did. I didn't do a live for it, though. But I wasn't doing live for none of these shits. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was doing lives for a minute, then I get out of it, and I come back, and I get out of it, and I come back. So that was probably one of the times I was out of it. But it wasn't, come on, man. It is crazy. Come back. my homie Rand, shout out to Maserati Rand. He's like, bro, you hype about seeing Superman. And I already knew where he was going with this shit, right? I'm like, bro, lay off me, man. Relax. You gotta chill the fuck out, man. But shit, I'll talk about Sinners, bro. And listen, the way I'm gonna talk about Sinners is gonna be way different than what I'm talking about Superman, because Sinners is even my type of cinematography. Like, I don't shoot superheroes and fucking people flying, and that's like that bat in the sun shit. Like, that ain't even what kind of stuff I'm into. I shoot black folks, so Sinners is right up my alley, man, because it's a technique. You know what I'm saying? It's shooting black people. Like, I don't know if y'all ever seen the Dolomite movie with Eddie Murphy and Wesley Snipes. But Wesley Snipes was like the director, and he was asking him about his DP. Like, who's your DP? That's your director of photography. That's the cinematographer. Who's the DP? And it was this little white guy. He was like, that's the DP. The fuck he know about shooting black people? So he said something in that movie that stuck with me ever since he said it, because this motherfucker was right. Like, he was as right could be. He said, white people reflect light and black people absorb light. And I was like, damn. So when you lighten somebody that's dark skinned, you need more light because it's absorbing the light because it's darker. If somebody's really light, they're reflecting the light and they make the shit brighter. So you could, you know, that's why white people be looking mad pink on TV and shit like that, because whoever lighting them ain't lighting them the fuck right. So Sinners is a masterclass of making black people look good. I love that fucking movie. I love that shit. That Blu-ray around here somewhere. I got that motherfucker. I ain't get the steel book, but I got that joint. Man. I ain't even want to talk about that because I actually seen that. We watched that after Squid Game. We watched Squid Game till the end, And then we watched Medea's wedding destination after that shit. So, you know what I'm saying? Look, man, wifey wanted to watch Medea. I watched that shit. No, I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched shit 30 minutes of it before I retreated up here. We was downstairs. I retreat up this joint to get away from whatever she watching. She probably down there listening to me like, I knew that motherfucker was up there trying to get away from me. She thought I was in the bathroom or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'll be right back. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to take a shit. Never come back. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's funny that you said that because I definitely watched it. I definitely watched Medea. I mean, to keep it a buck with you, you know what? Listen. Look, he said, we started talking about Medea. He said, break time, I'm going to listen to the clips. That's the effect Tyler Perry have on motherfuckers. They're like, look, man, I'm going to go listen to something else, man. Fuck this shit. But I did watch that, man. I watched Tyler Perry other movie too with Taraji in it. What's it called? It's called Stray or something like that. Is it called or Snap? What the fuck is it called? Whatever it's called, it sucked. That shit was terrible. In fact, it was so bad it made me miss my flight. Straw. That's it, Straw. That shit was fucking awful. That was terrible. That was, whoo. That shit made me miss my flight to Vegas. Crazy. Story time. I'm going to tell a story. Hold on. Let me take a sip of this shit. So, I'm going to tell you how Straw and Tyler Perry made me miss my flight to Vegas. So, I had a fight, right? On a Friday night. Yep, I had a fight. Not like a fight on the street either. Like, it was a fight. It was an exhibition. It was for charity and shit. It was fun, right? That's crazy, a fight being fun, but it was fun. If I don't know if you guys see this on my nose, though, but I actually got my nose fucked up in sparring. But anyway, so we have this fight. Everything goes good. We get back home. It's like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. So I'm like, nah, I'm not going to sleep. I'm going to stay up. I'm going to stay up. I'm going to get my shit together. My bags, my camera, because I was going out there to film. And I'm staying up. My flight was like at 8 o'clock. So I had to be there like 6, right? So I straighten up the crib, get my bags ready, put all my shit in the car. My wife is going to drop me off. So all I got to do is wake her up. Boom, she's going to take me to the airport. Everything's good. I get my shit together. It's about 4:45, right? So I'm like, you know what, man? Let me cool out. I'm going to watch a movie till it's time to go, right? I put on Netflix. I sit on the couch. I'm fully dressed. Hat on and all that. I sit back. I put on Straw, right? And I'm watching it. And at first, because so much bad shit happens to her life in one day, I'm kind of intrigued by it. Like, damn, this is crazy. Man, her like fucked up, right? And I'm watching it. Then it kind of get to like a part where she in a bank and they just talking. And that shit was boring, man. I'm talking about, my God, was this shit boring. Tiana Taylor was on there with this fucked up wig, man. It was just like, oh, this is fucking awful, man. And I swear to God, the minute my brain thought that, it's like I blinked, like blink. And when I opened my eyes, it was fucking 8:30. I blinked. It was like blink, and it was 8:30. The fucking TV was off. Everybody asleep. I missed that motherfucker, man. Fucking Tyler Perry, that boring ass movie. That movie was boring as fuck. But I fuck with Tyler Perry though. I fuck with Tyler Perry movement. So even if he makes shit that I don't like, I still fuck with Tyler Perry though. Because I just like that boss up game that he did. And the film industry, it's hard to boss up the way he bossed up in it. So his boss up is crazy. You know, even though he doesn't make things that I like to watch. He just doesn't. It's just not for me. It's for somebody. But it ain't for me, though. It's not my shit, so. But yeah, he made me miss my flight, man. People was like, damn. And when I get to Vegas, the homies was like, oh, you missed the flight because, you know, like the fight. Like, what you was. I'm like, nah, bro, it was cool. I could have fought some more after that. I missed the flight because of Tyler Perry. They looking at me like, what? So I explained to him what happened, and everybody laughed at me and shit. But yeah, man. I believe that. Listen, we do need to hold him to higher standards. I believe that, Hardy. I believe that because he got a whole fucking studio. He can make whatever the fuck he wants to make, and he chooses to make that shit. Like that's the part that's like not saying that all of his subject matter is bad, but some of that shit, bro, it's god awful, man. And I got off of Superman so fast, but I'm just gonna leave Superman at I would say it's like a 7.5 out of 10 kind of film, and you'll enjoy it. It'll be fun to watch. I just don't know how much mileage you're gonna get out of it in the long run. Because even like Man of Steel, like I didn't watch that shit a bunch of times after it came out. I wasn't like Man of Steel'd out. They kind of like this movie is better, but not by much. It's not like a way better movie to me. It's slightly better, slightly more enjoyable to me. You know what I'm saying? And I saw both of them joints on big ass screens, man. And I think I don't know, maybe because I'm older too. I don't know, but I might have enjoyed this new Superman a little bit more on that screen. But it's still like not top tier superhero movie to me, like not even close. But it was good though, especially for Superman because Superman began rocked, like completely shitted on for like the last 20 years. You know what I'm saying? So to see Superman have a decent film with a decent actor playing him that you can see doing decent work in the future is fucking decent. So I did like that. So 7.5 out of 10. Solid, not great, but really good though. It's really good. You know what I'm saying? That's what 7.5 is really good to me. I enjoyed it. I'll watch it again, but probably not like much more after that. Which really, like, you know, depending on the movie, some movies you fall in love with, you watch a million times. Some movies you watch one time and that's it. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of them. It's one of them one-timers to me. You know, once you've seen it, you got it. You know, unless, you know, you just obsessed with Superman and you just want to watch all of that shit. So, but that shit twist. But I did want to talk about some other shit, man. You said you gave it an 8 out of 10. Yeah, 8 out of 10. That's a little much, but that's not bad. That's not bad either. We need a black espionage movie. I mean, we done had some black horror movies for sure. The black action movies, though, the black action movies is definitely sparse, and you definitely not see somebody do an espionage movie. It's not gonna be black. It's gonna be a white movie with a black lead, and it'd be espionage. It's not gonna be a black movie, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? We say it definitely ain't better than State Property. Get the fuck out of here. State Property. It is crazy because I like that kind of shit, but it's not a good movie. You know what I'm saying? But I like it. I mean, listen, we could use some better black superhero movies, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I think some of this shit. Speaking, oh yeah, we might as well go there. Fuck it. Did anybody watch Ironheart? Anybody watched Ironheart? Am I the only dummy that sat through 8 episodes of that shit? 6 episodes? Am I the only one? And if I am, y'all should be happy that I sat through it for you. That shit was trash. People can say what they want, and I don't like, you know, criticizing. You know, I know they worked hard on that shit. I know they did. I didn't like that shit at all, be honest with you. I did not like that shit at all, period. That was not good. I mean, it's good. It's some good things. I think that, let me pull it up before I start talking shit. Let's just start with the character. The first character, Riri Williams, played by Dominique Thorne. Riri Williams. She was cool in the Black Panther Wakanda joint, but this, I was highly annoyed with her character after a while, man. She was just making bad decision after bad decision after bad decision. And I mean, I'm pretty sure that's intentional. They wanted you to feel that from her. But what it wound up doing is making her just not endearing at all. Like, she's not a character that I was really rooting for anything. Like, I was supposed to be sad because her peoples died, but she was an asshole the entire show. And not like Iron Man, suave, cool, slick talking asshole. It was just straightforward asshole. Like, just asshole. She was an asshole to her friends. She was an asshole to her AI. She was an asshole to her mom. She was just an asshole, dude. And I was like, how do you root for somebody that's this fucking terrible? Like, she just wasn't cool at all, man. And my biggest problem, because I'm not even gonna talk about what I like, because there's very few things I really liked about it. I'm just talking about what I didn't like, right? The hero and superhero is important. I'm not saying you got to be squeaky clean. I'm not saying that you got to be fucking goody two shoes. You definitely don't got to be Superman. But hero, superhero, this is the fucking superhero. Unless it's just like, oh, this is science fiction. But that's not what it is. It's fucking superheroes. You got to be a fucking hero at some point. And I didn't see that in there. Maybe I missed it. Did I miss it, guys? Did she do some real heroic shit that I missed? Because, and I'm spoiling this shit. So if you didn't watch it, I'm sorry. You got to tune out because I have to spoil it to tell you why I don't like it. She starts off at MIT, the same college as Tony Stark. The first thing she say is that Tony Stark was rich, and him having money is, not just being smart, but the fact he was smart and had money was why he was able to do this. And she's smart, she just don't have the money. So she's doing all of these hustles and side hustles to make money in school, and then eventually it catches up to her and they kick her the fuck out. Right? So instead of trying to get back in school, she goes to join a gang and they go steal shit to make money. So then you're thinking, hey, well, that's just how she started. She's going to end up somewhere else. Well, I'm going to just tell you where the fuck she ended up at. And somebody's going to be like, well, it was more to it than that. Fuck all of that. She made a fucking deal with Mephisto to bring her dead friend back to life. Mephisto's the fucking devil, dog. Like, so my hero, who's in this movie, she's supposed to be a hero, basically sold her soul to the devil by the end of it. And if I'm supposed to interpret that in another way, well, they totally fucked that up. It wasn't me. It was them. It was them. Wasn't me. Shit is trash. Trash. Nah, because Spawn made a deal with the devil to mark revenge on his enemies, on the people that harmed him. He sold his soul to the devil to save his wife and child. Dog, she sold her soul to the devil to make an Iron Man suit. She could have just went and worked for Tony Stark. Fucking, what's my man name? Happy. She could go work for Happy. Who the fuck made this bullshit to me? Like, I was just like, I can't believe this, man. And this is not a good example for brown people, for real. If you want to get on that level. Off rip, she just doing crime. She's murdering motherfuckers in this joint. She doing that too. Come on, man. That shit sucked. The action wasn't nothing special. I can't say the acting was bad because the actors are good actors. So the acting wasn't terrible. The story is terrible and the character, it's not a good character. And I'm not even saying the comic book characters. I don't know to say that about the comic character. The comic character might be phenomenal. I don't know if they followed the story beat by beat. But this character, this incarnation of the character that's on Disney Plus right now, I don't like that motherfucking character at all. Iron Heartless, bro. I'm telling you. I am telling you. That's some bullshit, man. I didn't like that shit at all. At all. Not none. Didn't like that. And, the action was whatever. It's a lot of whatever. This guy trying his best to be a villain and failing at it miserably. He felt, I didn't believe him one time. Like, bro, you too nice of a guy, man. And then he's running around. He's the hood, so he has this cape that makes him invisible. And he just looked silly. It was just, I don't know. It was cool to see Sacha Baron Cohen as Mephisto. That was dope. I ain't gonna lie. That was surprising too. Like, I was like, oh, Mephisto's in this. And they got Sacha Baron Cohen playing. That's dope. I'm with that. I'm not with starting off, and I understand why they mix science with magic, right? Because they go against each other, but in a way they kind of correlate with each other. So I dug that, but the way they executed that was dog shit. Dog shit, guys. Like, it was just rough. Just rough. That's the best way I could put it. It's rough. It's a rough show to watch. Especially watching good shit. Once you watch some good shit, it's just hard to go back, man. It really is. So that was tired. I give that, if I had to rate that, just because I just fuck with filmmakers, man. I'll give it a 4.5 out of 10. A 4.5 out of 10 is solid. Because it's barely enjoyable, to be honest with you. It was some things that I liked. I liked the setting, Chicago. But they really didn't play with that as much as I thought they should too, or they could have. You know what I'm saying? There was an emotional beat there in the story that would have been cool if I liked the character. Let's start with liking the character. I didn't like her much. She just complained the whole time, man. Like, she was just shitting on her friends and not telling them nothing. And it was just, man. Yeah, I didn't like that. I like the hero and the hero. Even the Punisher saves some motherfuckers. Like, Frank Castle can save people? She can save people. You got this big ass suit on. You supposed to be saving motherfuckers. But, I don't know, man. And it's crazy because that's what this book is about. Save the cat. So you got to save a cat. You got to do some good shit and be endearing to the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Be endearing to the audience, man. You got to be a protagonist in some way. Now, you don't necessarily got to save a cat, but you got to do some charming shit. And she was not charming to me. She didn't charm me. So that's probably like my biggest quarrel with that show, is that I didn't think she was that charming. At least not to me it didn't come through the screen when I watched it. So, 4, I give a 4.5 out of 10. And that's generous, bro, because it could be lower than that, for real, for real. That's because they shot it in anamorphics. I like anamorphic lenses, and it looked nice from time to time. Sometimes. The CG wasn't bad either. CG for the suit wasn't bad. So I give them props on that. And Riri wore Jordans, which I thought was kind of weak too, because I know she's from Chicago, but that's a Miles Morales thing. Let's keep that with Miles, you know. Didn't like that. Squid Game. I did watch Squid Game. It was just a rough weekend for TV. Because I didn't think that ended well either, man. That's ending on a very, very weird note. I don't want to talk about the ending of it, because I really think especially if you're into that, you know, if you watched the first season, you probably should finish it. It's worth finishing. It is. But it's gruesome. It's a gruesome show. Didn't really like the way it ended, though. Very, very disappointing ending, as a matter of fact. So I don't want to get too deep in the weeds with Squid Game, but I will probably give that probably like a 6 out of 10. 6.5 out of 10. Now, The Bear. I want to talk about The Bear, because The Bear is my favorite TV show. That's my shit. And they pumping out these seasons, man. These seasons coming out so fast. It's crazy. It feel like the last season ended and this season just started. I was like, God damn. I really, 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 really appreciate the consistency that these people are making this TV show, and they doing it at a high level, because the acting is second to none, because it's really people sitting in a room barking on each other, but it's so engaging, man. It's such a captivating TV show to just like soak in and watch. You feel what I'm saying? Season 3 is last season, right? Or is that this season? No, that's last season. Last season, I can't remember what episode 1 was. I just know the episode with the family dinner is crazy. That joint's nuts. But it's a good show. It's a great show. Fuck good. It's great. It's a great show. And I just watched the last season and it's still great. It's still good. It's so good, man. So I gotta pull this up. Super good. The Bear. They are crushing it. Carmi. Jeremy Allen White as Carmi. I gotta get these pictures to get on her better. I'm working out the kinks, y'all. This is my first go at this in a while, so I'm working out the kinks. But Jeremy Allen White as Carmi, listen, man, you talking about tense, just a ball of stress and tension. It's a stressful show to watch sometimes, but he's cooking that. I like her character too. In fact, I like the whole cast. This is just a great cast. Oliver Platt, he be tripping. He always cussing people out. He's having a hell of a run. I don't even know how to say his name. Let's try to say his name. Ebon Moss Bachrach. Man, he about to have a summer on his hands. Boy, woo. He's the thing in Fantastic Four. Of course, the great John Bernthal. You know, Frank Castle himself. Killing it in this role. They bring you back every season. You be there for like an episode or two, but it's enough. The cast is just wonderful, man. Just wonderful. Now I was looking for Ayo Adebiri because she man, listen. You talking about breakout star? If there ever been people that broke out from a TV show, she's one of them. Like I had no idea who she was, and this show just blew the doors off of that. I seen her at Abbott Elementary, and it's like she was just everything after that. Like, but this role here as Sydney, she's cooking this shit, bro. Literally, figuratively, and literally cooking this shit. But I wanted to talk about something in particular that I noticed when I was watching this. Now, it's kind of nerdy, but one of the things, like, it's a visually striking show. And I feel like some of that is because of the color grading. They really pick and choose when to lean into the color grading. Like it being just pristine and white here in the kitchen. But then on this episode where, you know, my man was learning, I think he was learning how to be I can't remember what the name of his role is, but he went to a school to learn it. And like it became real clinical and like almost like sharp. Like he had to learn how to clean himself up. It was a good way to use color. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like this show just does it in spades, man. They are excellent at using color. This is one of the best looking shows I've ever watched. And it's not even much shit happening, for real, to be honest with you. I know people probably be like, damn, like all you doing is cooking. Like the way they display food is beautiful. The way that they film Chicago, that's why I'm tripping on this Ironheart shit. Because the way they film Chicago, make you feel like you live there. It's like it's this coldness to it, but it's beautiful too. Like it's blue, so it make you feel like that windy city, like it's cold, but it got that heart to it. It's awesome. It's very dialogue heavy, and that draws you into no gimmicks. It's actors acting. That should be happening in one room. It'd be a kitchen, and they just going at it. You know, one of them busy nights, and they trying to get their good review, you know, for the restaurant. Is a great show, man. It's definitely one of the best shows on TV right now, without a doubt. No doubt about it. No question. And there's a lot of good shit out there right now. There's a lot of good shit out there now. It's just that's on another fucking plane of acting. You know what I'm saying? They gotta go home spent I mean, the way the intensity, it feels real. Like, and that's really what it is. Some shit. I don't know if y'all ever watched something, right? And not saying that our minds know that it's not real, right? Like, we know this isn't real, but when we get caught up in the story and the antics of the characters, and it starts to feel authentic after a while if it's done well. This show feels real. It almost feels like you're watching a fucking documentary. It feels real, so real at times. And that means they just doing, this is like theater level acting, in my opinion. Like, they're on another level, man. It's a joy to watch that show. A joy to watch it. And all the characters are good, man. All of them. I don't got enough good things to say about that show. I don't want to get into the plot because I want y'all to go watch it. You know, there's certain things I'm like, hey, watch that now. Go watch that. Don't turn it off. Don't turn the stream off. But go watch it, though, when you get a chance. Because it's fucking excellent, man. It is really, it's good. It's a good ass show. I can't say enough about it. Bats, what's happening? Yeah, it's phenomenal. I love that show. I love it. That's pretty much everything I've watched. But there is something that I didn't watch that I might want to ask you guys about and see if y'all watched it. How did y'all like The Last of Us season 2? I didn't watch it. I'm probably going to watch it at some point. Not in a rush to watch it, because I didn't like The Last of Us 2. I liked the game. I didn't care much for the story. The gameplay is fucking phenomenal. The gameplay is the shit. They need to put that in more stuff. Like, the way you buzz me up, that joint, crazy. But the story was like, the story was very seasoned. I don't know, whatever season I didn't care about The Walking Dead anymore. It's one of them joints, for real. To me, right? But I didn't know. It was cool. It ran damn near 1-to-1 with the game. Really, like, they just retold the same story. I mean, season 1 was kind of like that too. Outside of the season with Bill, but I mean the episode with Bill, but it was pretty much 1-to-1. I already knew what was going to happen. You know, I knew that, this part's coming up, and yeah, it's one of them things. Pretty much with some fillers. Okay. Just not something I wanted to watch. I just didn't have that gumption to watch it. Because it wasn't, I didn't think the first season was that good. I thought it was okay. Like, it wasn't like, oh my God, I gotta watch it. People was tripping on that. I thought, this was like the Wire or something like that. The Sopranos, the way people was acting. And it just didn't do that to me. And I played the game twice. Like, I might have played more than that, but I finished it twice, and it just didn't do that to me, man. Oh man, we just talked about the bear, man. We literally just talked about the bear for like 10 minutes straight. Yeah, we just talked about the bear, man. I loved it. That's in a nutshell. To wrap up what that was, I loved it. Oh, I didn't give it a rating, so thank you for reminding me. The bear, I get a bear a 9.5 out of 10. And it's really leaning on that 10, man. That 10's almost there, man. It's almost perfect. And the only reason I don't want to give it is I don't really want to give nothing being perfect. Like, I'm one of them where I'm like, yo, I don't like saying anything is perfect. Nothing, because I'm a person, I strive for perfection, but I'm really just trying to get shit done. And I'd rather have done over perfect. So, but that shit is almost perfect. So, 9.5 out of 10. We are talking about Ironheart. Oh yeah, I talked about Ironheart already. That shit was trash. 4 out of 10, and I'm being generous because there was some good things in there. It's just that the bad things outweighed it. It just wasn't good. Yeah, they only got one season left of The Bear, man. I'm gonna miss that show, man. I'm gonna miss that. How I missed The Sopranos. How I missed The Wire. I missed The Wire like a motherfucker. How I missed Snowfall. I miss Snowfall, man. I'm looking for a new season of Snowfall. I'm like I'm jonesing for a new season. Ain't no season. No new season. It's over. Damn Franklin. why ain't you leave the alcohol alone and the drugs, Franklin? But yeah, it's up there. It's up there. Andor. People keep talking about Andor. And like you said, it's like it's split down the middle, 50-50. So should I watch it? I'm asking y'all, should I watch Andor? Because if y'all saying I should watch it, I'll watch it. I'll check it out. You started rewatching The Wire? Yes. Yes. Watch that. It's great. You say you good on Andor? I don't know. I mean, if I'm not a huge Star Wars guy, but I'm tolerable with Star Wars. So it's not like I can't watch it because I've watched fucking all of them. You know, I've seen all the movies. I watched every season of The Mandalorian. I've seen Rogue One. I've seen Solo. I've seen all that shit. But I haven't seen Andor. And everybody said that first season of Andor was good. I just didn't watch it. But I have Disney Plus, so I can watch it. Andor is cool. It's like a propaganda Star Wars. Okay. That sounds interesting. Propaganda. Started Breaking Bad again. Look, that's another 9.5, man. And this is I'm just gonna fucking say it. I think Breaking Bad has the best ending to a TV show I've ever watched. After I don't know how many seasons it was, 6, 7 seasons, to wrap it up the way they wrapped it up was chef's kiss. Snowfall's ending was good too. It was good too. Long as the villain win. Nah, the villain didn't win. The villain didn't win either time. But yeah, that dope. Whew, them shows is good. Them good shit. Like government shit on a galactic level. Okay, I mean space politics. I'm into space politics. I fuck with space politics. Excuse me. That's why I like Dune so much. Dune is really space politics. That's it. But it's fucking great though. I like it. A lot of controversy. You know, as different as shit be, a lot of it be the same. You know, so I'm down for it. Any recommendations? Any recommendations? We got Andor. Yeah, the End of the Wire is good. I'm not saying that the End of the Wire is good. It just, to me, it wasn't as surprising as some of those other ones. That's all. And not even surprising, just satisfying. That's the word I'm gonna use. Satisfying. You've been chilling on a lot of shows lately. Okay. Any flicks? Any movies? Any movie? I've been watching. I'm preparing for a project that I'm working on, and I've been watching some of these martial arts masters, man. So I've been watching The Raid, man. And I don't know if anybody ever seen The Raid 2. If you haven't watched it, especially if you're a fan of action, it's just fucking phenomenal. It's phenomenal. Some of the best fighting I've ever seen on film. The way it's shot, it's very inspiring, man. Let's just say I can't wait. I can't fucking wait. And I know I ain't on their level at all, but man, it got me excited, man. So that movie, that's an inspiration. That's an inspirational movie because I know that they shot that joint with 2 9-laters and 3/4, man. They had 2 9-laters, 3/4 and a dream, baby. And I fucking love that shit. I love it. I love it. It's beautiful. Beautiful movie. Oh, that fight scene in the kitchen is fucking nuts. Fucking nuts. I mean, the fight scene at the end of the first one where, my man, he in both movies, though. He died in one and played another character in the other movie. But, excuse me. But, man, he was kicking both of these dudes' asses in there. They had to double team him to beat him. They couldn't do nothing with him. Yeah, that shit was dope. That was fly. All right, hold on. I'm trying to get this on there. But just the raid is damn, this shit won't work. Raid is my shit. Let me see. Yeah, that team remind me of old school Jackie Tam. Well, right, more grit. Well, really the grit is the camera work For real, for real. I mean, of course, it's got the blood and the bones breaking and the violence. The violence is definitely like anything way worse than anything fucking Jackie Chan's done. But Auto Nights. What's Auto Nights? What's that? Oh man, my man said hot take. I forgot about Daredevil. The new one too. I watched that. I don't have much to say about it. It was okay. That's literally what I felt when I was watching it. Like, oh, this is okay. It wasn't like it was like, yo, this is great. It was okay. It was mad violent. I'll give it that. It was mad violent, especially for a Marvel joint. But better than Bruce Lee. Say that. Hold on, wait. Hot take. As a movie better than Bruce Lee? You talking about an action movie star? Is it an action movie star better than Bruce Lee? Or those Iron? Oh yeah, stop! Those Iron Fist fights was fucking terrible. That shit was fucking awful. The new Daredevil was it was average to me. It was just like it can't hold a candle to the first 3 Netflix seasons. It can't fuck with them at all. Maybe they get another season to do it. It'll work out because what I read, they had a lot of trouble finishing that. They had to shoot a lot of it over. That's if you notice, like it's like a tonal difference. Like in the middle of the season of Daredevil, they have a whole episode where he just like stuck in a bank. And it feel like it's like a whole nother TV show. Like this ain't even the TV show we've been watching because for what I understand, that's from the original shit that they recorded or they filmed that they thought was a little too soft and got away from what Daredevil was. And then they hired some new people to come in and shoot what they really wanted to shoot. And you can see the tonal difference in it. Even though what they shot it with, like the lenses look different. Look at the episode 1 of Daredevil. Then like look at episode like 2, 3, 4, and maybe even 5. Then watch episode 6, 7, and 8. You're like, yeah, it looks like a completely different show. So even visually, it looks like a different show. So, but yeah, like when both were active as movie stars. I didn't catch who you were talking about beforehand. I might have missed that. That's why when you said the hot take, hard boiled, violent, but the fighting seems real. Okay. I missed who you was talking about in the offer. I missed it. But Bruce Lee, it's Bruce Lee. It's a gangster movie, Robert. Okay, I did see that. It's a TV show. I did see that. Did I peep Sinners? Yeah, come on. You know I watched Sinners. We were just talking about that a minute ago. Like, I probably need to come over here and just talk about Sinners. Oh, you're talking about Jackie Chan? Oh, okay. I don't know. That's tough. I mean, it's hard to, Bruce died early. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, asking like Big and comparing Big to somebody that's alive. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't really have the same, I don't want to say the same chance, but the same like body of work. You feel what I'm saying? The body of work, is different. You know what I'm saying? Jackie's body of work is like this big. He made so much shit. Like even at the box office, like he made more money. Jackie made more money than Bruce. Bruce was kind of still like on the outside of Hollywood. He had just really started getting some traction before he died. So, but if they was, at the same time, it was Bruce Lee. So when they both was alive and kicking, no pun intended, it was Bruce. Bruce is legendary. He's goated. He was goated then. Like that's how good and influential he was. Then he was already goated. He was the goat. He was the man. So, you say you seen Mickey 17. A lot of people said that John was ass. I was gonna give it a try. Yeah, he died right before he blew. Like right before he jumped off. Did I ever see the remake of The Crow? Yo, I watched the first 30 minutes, and it's not The Crow to me. I mean, look, you have your different interpretations of shit, but what I know The Crow is to be, that show wasn't it. I mean, that movie wasn't it. That movie sucked, actually. What I watched, it sucked. So we throwing all the movies in the air. Yeah. Prey was dope, and I'm looking forward to that new joint. That new shit look crazy. When they on the planet, like that shit looks insane. I can't wait to watch that. Definitely gonna watch that in the big ass theater. Big ass screen. Super big screen. Can't wait to see that. Nothing can replace Brandon Lee's movie. Oh yeah, nothing. Low-key, the OG Crow movie trash. Look, he trolling. Listen, I ain't think it was as great as people made it out to be, but it's not a bad movie at all. It's not trash. Trash is like we our grade of what's trash. I think we could just be saying shit trash sometimes. Like shit don't be like trash. Like trash. Like it's some shit that's trash. I don't be thinking some of the stuff y'all say is trash, but Hollywood needs to stick to wood guns, because Brandon, yeah, or not even wood guns, like, because that's something that I've been thinking about too. Because now a lot of people are using, instead of even using blanks, they're just doing it in SFX, like doing it, in post and adding the gunfire, the shell casings, and adding all that shit in post, right? And it's possible if you know what you're doing. A lot of people don't, And, those blanks, they look good on camera. They just do. They do. They look good on camera. So a lot of people still like using them because of how good they look. I just don't see how some shit like that could happen right now. Like how people still, like this thing with Rust and Alec Baldwin. Like, how the fuck does that happen? And I followed that case. And I'm still like, how the fuck did that happen? I'm still stuck. Like, I mean, I know how it happened, but how the fuck did that happen? Like, it's just crazy. There's so many safety precautions on a movie set that it's crazy. It's pounds and pounds of wires everywhere. It's just a fucking wire fest. That G&E team, man, them niggas is soldiers. Because they be having rolls of wire like this, just tossing it there for some big ass fucking light or some shit. You know what I'm saying? It's a tough gig. He said don't have any replay value. It's trash so far. Folks don't know how dangerous blanks are. Nah, they don't. They don't. And I mean, you seen that from the 4th of July. And not saying that a fireworks are blanks. It's not a blank. But just the safety precautions around that. A motherfucker blew his hand off, y'all. His hand, like his shit gone. I don't even like fireworks enough to lose my hand, y'all. My hand? You don't. I don't even think y'all understand how much you use your hands. Like, to play with them like that is crazy. Motherfucker blew his fucking hands off, man. Safety precautions. Now I'm about to shoot some action soon, and all I've really been on is safety. Like how do I keep these guys safe? Because they're so enthusiastic about doing it, they're ready to do everything. So I got to make sure nobody kill themselves trying to make it. I got to make it look good for camera. You know how many times I heard that shit in the last few weeks? I got to make it look good for the camera. Like, yo, you're gonna fucking die. You know what I'm saying? So me as a director, I got to be like, yo, I love the enthusiasm, but see, everybody got to go home at night. Cause I ain't, look, you slipped and concussed on the set that I got, man. I can only imagine. So imagine getting shot. Fuck that. That's not, no. Crazy. Nah, I didn't see Ballerina, but I'm gonna watch it soon. In fact, I got it in the queue. On Amazon. I bought it. I paid for it though. I know it sounds crazy. I probably should have just, but I wanted to watch it in glorious 4K. Not for a movie. It's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. I just don't think you should use real guns. You just shouldn't use real guns. Like using a real gun, like, sounds smarter than what it is. Unless you're making a movie where guns are like John Wick. John Wick is different, and they don't use real guns from what I understand with John Wick. But it's so much gun work in that movie that, yeah, that probably would be like, okay, we need, guns that look good or appear to look like they're real. But most movies that got guns in them, nobody fucking pays attention to the guns. Nobody care about that shit. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't know why people go that mile. And not even trying to discredit their movie, because, you know, sis that passed away worked on that movie. So I don't want to discredit her work. But for the type of movie and what they was doing, was that even fucking necessary? Do they need that much shit? Like, do they need real guns for that bullshit? Like, that's like a B movie. That shit's crazy. But yeah, man, look, we've been on for an hour and a half. I didn't want to stick around too long. I appreciate y'all pulling up on a whim on me, just on the, you know, like on the fly, man. That's dope. That makes me feel good, man. I appreciate that. So I didn't want to go until I dropped a little game, right? And this is for anybody that care to make films. Because look, words bond. To be honest with you, making films was so far out of my thoughts of some shit that could happen to any, like, just normal people. I thought you had to go to school. You had to move to California. You had to know fucking people that did this shit already. Like, I really believe that all of that was necessary. And in 2005, in the glorious year of 2005, it's not. You don't need none of that shit, to be honest with you. You could just start. You feel what I'm saying? Now, the only problem is, once you start, where do you get the money from to finish it? Because lo and behold, it's a team project. Now, when I say team, I'm not saying it's got to be a big team, but it's a team. It's a good team of people. You know, it could be 2 people, 3 people, 4 people. It's still a team, right? It's a team activity to make a film. So where do you get the money from? You know, because really nobody wants to work for free, and I think that's another thing people don't understand, is that the shit is work. It's like your underarm's gonna stink by the end of it, because you're gonna be sweating and shit. Like, it's like that. It's a physical job, even as a director. Like, if I'm directing, I'm not just like, you know, I don't got the fucking cummerbund on with the dumbass hat. Like, yo, stand here and get ready for blocking. Like, nah, I'm not doing that kind of shit. We getting down and dirty. And people want to get paid, man. People want this money. So how do we get this money for our movies, man? How do we do it, man? Where is this funding coming from? And really, I'm saying films, but it's just funding in general for whatever it is that whatever genre you into. I know a lot of people here are were aware of me when I did gaming content. And it's a way to get money to do that too. And it's not exactly the same, but these avenues, man, I'm pretty sure if you drive down them, you'll find something along the way. So the first thing, you know, of course you can self-finance your own shit if you got the money. You know, if you big balling like that, Daddy Warbucks, you know, the money just falling out the sky, then you can pay for what you want. You can buy whatever it is that you like. You spend money on whatever you want for your film. Most people don't have that. They just don't. Most, like, I'm gonna say all, but most, right? Don't have it. So you gotta look for funding somewhere, and you gotta look for it in different areas. So first thing people gonna say is like sponsors, right? And I feel like when people say sponsors, they looking at it from the wrong angle. They looking at it from like somebody discovering your YouTube channel and then wanting to sponsor you, right? No. Fucking no, right? Because that takes too long. Like, you're going to have to wait until you build an audience that these people feel like is worthy of sponsoring you. And you don't really have time for that shit. So what you have to do is you have to look at people or organizations that need like their story told, right? And you have to make their film. But it's really your film. And then use their money to do some shit that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's ultimately what you have. You have to make their film first. You feel what I'm saying? So even then, like, you know, there's grants out there, but say it's like an environmental grant, but they need a film made, right? But it's about environmental waste. Well, you got to make a film about environmental waste. the key to that is to take some of that money and go make your shit with it, the shit that you want to make, and then go find a suitor for that and fund it for that. So it's so many avenues and ways to do that. You feel what I'm saying? You just have to find the people that need that in your niche. You feel what I'm saying? Like in your, bubble. Like I'm in a boxing niche. Even though I'm a filmmaker that's in that, boxes, or I'm in the boxing community. So for me, it was just kind of like taking that and knowing that I can use that community to pool funding to make a film, but that film has to kind of be based around that genre thing. And I think where people get lost at off rip, is that they want to make like the thing they've been thinking about the whole time. Like this, I have this script that I wanted to make this shit, my entire life. Well, if you want some money, fuck that, John. You gotta put that to the side right now and go get this money. So to me, that has been like the biggest way to pull in money, is to make projects for other people. And they're usually small. Like, they're not like these feature length projects. Nobody wants nothing that's an hour long. Nobody. So it's not even that kind of thing. But it's decent money for what you're doing. And you're getting that repetition of whatever it is, whether it's writing, directing, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You getting the reps. So finding money in those areas is essential. Like it's necessary if you want to find funding for a project. Now you can make a spec, shoot some shit on your own dime, come up with a trailer or something like that, and then pitch that and try to pull in resources that way. Try to get some people on board with the community that your film aligns with, right? Because there might be funding out there for that. Like say if you got a movie that's about like suicide prevention. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's like a theme in it. So you can reach out to organizations that, delve into suicide prevention and see if they have any readily funds for, a film grant or something like that. You know what I'm saying? They'll give you the money to make the thing that you probably already made already. So it's just so many different avenues, man. So I don't want to, beat anybody to death with this conversation, but if that's something that people want to hear about in the future, especially while I'm along my way of learning about how to get funding for different projects, let me know and I'll talk about it more. I'm definitely going to talk about the things I'm working on more. And I say this every time I go live and then I don't do it, but I think this time I really am. Like, I really, really want to get back into sharing my thoughts and opinions and just my feelings about shit with everybody, and just having that dialogue and conversation, because it's healthy for me. Sitting here just talking about movies and films with you guys, it's just healthy to get that off my chest. So, because a lot of things I'm thinking about when I'm watching, I don't even really say to nobody. I just keep it to myself, or I might jot it down in my notepad. But for the most part, I keep it. I don't say it to anybody. So getting it off my chest is fun. And I watch enough shit. Like, I think I'm at the movies all the time. We got a Fantastic Four coming out. I still got to see F1. It's this movie, I want to say it's called Together, about this couple that's like, like melting into each other and shit. Like, I'm definitely going to see that. Like, that's right up my alley. That's like David Cronenberg crazy. I need that in my life. So, yeah, Bass. Shit, man. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to start. Going live a lot more and sharing some of these experiences, just to see if anybody can benefit from this kind of stuff. I know he not in here now, but shout out to the homie All Black. Black was talking about making his own documentary at one point. You feel what I'm saying? So I thought that was interesting. Like, that's dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because he really didn't have, no background. Neither did I, but I made a lot of videos on YouTube, hundreds of videos on YouTube before I ever got into that space. He just kind of just jumped off, and I thought that was like super dope that he even had like the gumption, like the balls, you know what I'm saying, to do that. So, yeah, I'm gonna talk more of that kind of stuff. Share some stuff what I'm reading, like I did today. And hopefully, man, I have some edited videos very soon. You know, for my cats that's into filmmaking, actually trying to make their own films at some point. And I'm gonna break down some stuff. I'm gonna break down the cinematography in Death Stranding too. I don't think anybody, and I know somebody been saw this and stole my fucking idea, so I really gotta jump on it. But breaking down cinematography in video games, because these story-based video games have pretty fucking good cinematography, dude. The blocking, I mean, some shit is bad too. Like some shit is terrible. I ain't gonna hold you. But for the most part, man, some of these games have excellent cinematography, like really good. Death Stranding had a cinematography while you're playing. The camera pulls back, turns to this really wide shot. Oh man, I got so many screenshots that I could break down, man. Even how they use lighting, you know, in whatever engine that is. I don't know if it's Unreal. I don't know what they made it with, but it's beautiful. It's a beautiful game, and I would love to talk about the cinematography in that. He's like, I was just noticing like where they put the key light, because it's funny because some games, I'm gonna name one in particular, Horizon Forbidden West. If you look at it, right, because people was like, oh man, it looks like it got this milky look to it. When people said that, I didn't know what the fuck they meant. But then somebody was like, nah, man, it's the hair light. People don't, because then you think when you look at it, right? Like lighting is supposed to be motivated. So what I mean by that, excuse me, there's a light right in front of me, right? That's my key light. That's her on the face. I wanted a shadow on this side, so there's no light off to this side of me, right? But there's a light right. Damn. Shit. Okay, there we go. It's a light right there, right? And it's a light right there. And it's a light on top of me. So those lights look like they could be lighting my face even though they're behind me. And that's what that kind of shit is for. It's like motivated lighting. Like, okay, this light is coming from somewhere. To where in Horizon, everyone has a hair light every cutscene. Where the fuck is that hair light coming from? That's not the sun. They're facing the sun. So where's the hair light coming from? And that was a creative choice. You know, inside their engine, they literally put a light behind every character just so they could have a rim light. And I thought that was cool. You know what I'm saying? To have this artistic choice that revolves around lighting in their game. So I'll talk about that shit all day. Like, I'll be trying y'all out talking about cinematography in video games, man. Right? You say, love to hear how you manage time on film shoots. You've been on a small movie set and the time just burns away. Yeah, because you paying for it. Well, at least the person that's, you know, for me, we paying for, you know, whatever venue or place that we filming out of. So it's like, look, we got to get in here, get this shit done, and get the fuck out of here, because the money, you know, spending more money. You spending money on crew, you paying your actors, just gear, location, you know. So it's like, yo, we got like 4 hours. We got 20 scenes. Let's go. So it's one of them things. So the time just runs, it's just gone, because it's almost like it's not enough time. You know what I'm saying? Like this shoot that I'm working on now, luckily, the venue is a friend's. It's in an art gallery, and the venue is of a friend. So he's like, listen, y'all can use it for as long as you want. Just make sure you clean up and lock up, man. And that was a blessing. So I think we're gonna really kick it. We're gonna, like, as far as cinematography and lighting, we're gonna kick it. We'll kick this one in the ass, because I got the freedom to just be in the building for as long as I want. So that's gonna be fun. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna talk more about that. You said Expedition 33. You know, shout out to Dallas, man. That's the homie. That's my brother. Me and him was talking about that on the phone not too long ago. He told me that game is magnificent, and he was like, saying the story is phenomenal. How they present the story, you would appreciate it. That's what he said to me. So I might have to get that a try. Glacian, what's happening, man? How you been, bro? It's been a long time. We say Ryan, the set you was on had one camera. That's something that I'm actually working out right now, the logistics of it. That's crazy that you said that. So film and dialogue is a challenge unto itself to tackle that. And I like a bit of coverage. I think the coverage is important to convey what you're trying to say. And I like to get a lot of it. I like to get my closest, my wides, my mediums. So for this short film we're doing, I was thinking about going with a 3 camera setup, 1 for the wide, 2 for the over the shoulders, because it's going to happen in front of painting. So these 2 people are going to be looking up at a painting, having a conversation with each other. So we're trying to like, how do we shoot that and make that, look interesting? But I want the painting to be the main in the wide with their backs, facing the camera. So that's going to take 3 cameras. And even though I still have 3 cameras, we still going to have to do 2 more takes so I can get the really close shots. You know what I'm saying? To where I can move the cameras closer to get those close shots. So it's definitely gonna be challenging. But so far I'm kind of prepared for it because I don't have 3 cameras. I have 2 cameras. But I'm gonna wind up renting another camera for that 3rd shot. That's how I'm planning on doing. That's how I'm thinking about it. But I'm shooting this with anamorphic, so I just got these new lenses. So I can show y'all this shit, man. I just got these anamorphic lenses, man. This is can you see that? Is that focusing? It's not focusing. There we go. It's focusing on my eyes. Is it focused now? Nope. That's crazy. These Sony cameras will be all about that auto. There it is. It's a Blazar Apex 50 mil anamorphic lens, man. And it's crazy. I beat this joint up, dinged it up already, but I really didn't get a chance to use it the way I want to use it yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of hype to put that into effect, but I need another one for the shoot. I need 2 of these. You know what I'm saying? I need 2 50 mils, and I got a 20 mil for the wide anamorphic. So I got the 20 mil, but I'm gonna have to rent that second lens because I don't want 2 of the same lenses, obviously. And rent a camera for that shoot. So I had to rent a camera and this lens, and then we're gonna match it up. 2 50s, 1 wide 20. You know what I'm saying? And then both of them mic'd up, but still had the boom to catch the ambiance and all that. And just let them rip. I want my actors to just go. I don't want to like, all right, cut after you said a sentence, and then let's move the camera and all that. I don't want to do all that shit. And I seen people do it with 1 cameraman, and I'm like, whoo, God bless them. So I'm gonna try to do it with 3 at once, so the actors can have room for improvisation. You know what I'm saying? To where they could do. I want them to do what they want to do in a way. I want you to follow the page, but I want you to put some of you inside of that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm finishing up the script now. We probably shoot it. What's today? The 16th? Today, okay, tomorrow, yeah, it's the 16th. Probably start shooting on the 29th. So I'm gonna have behind the scenes and all that stuff. Excuse me. Damn, I got something caught on my chest. But if y'all want to watch that kind of stuff, let me know. Cause sometimes I just be doing shit, y'all. Like I'm like, man, I don't really care about that. You know. Now once it's done, once you're able to watch it, yeah, I would think you want to see it. But going through making it, is that something that you'll be interested in seeing? Because if so, I'll share some of that. Like I'll even share some of the script writing and all that stuff. Because the script's not nothing crazy. The dialogue is probably where I had the most trouble, the most resistance. Because you want people to sound natural. You know, you don't want people to be like talking like they AI and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I had to characterize these people first, like really make them their own people, and then interject my actors and actresses in there. So it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. It's a process. And Nate, man, what's good, brother? Yeah, it's been a long time, man. It's definitely been a long time. I appreciate you pulling up, man. We just talking some movies, talking some Superman, a bunch of other things we've been watching, playing. I was just talking about cinematography and video games. And then Ryan brought up a point, and I was just talking about, you know, my setup for dialogue. It's gonna be challenging. It's gonna be challenging because most of the dialogue I filmed, I've only shot with one camera. So shooting with three is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. But we're gonna make it work though. We're gonna make it happen. I'm pretty sure of that. Do I shoot off script or both script and storyboards? Storyboards. The storyboards is more like I don't really call it storyboards. I don't think I storyboard. I think I shot list. So I shot list my script. So I take my script. My script's broken down into scenes. I take those scenes and I shot list those things. You know, so like this, you know, particular short film I'm working on, the opening is a oneer. You know, so it's no cuts. You know, it's just one continuous shot where we following this person through this art gallery till they get to this particular piece of art, and they stand in front of it and look at it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the entirety of the first shot. You feel what I'm saying? So I shot listed it, but I didn't necessarily storyboard it, even though I know how I wanted to look, if that make any sense. So knowing how I wanted to look is probably more of the storyboard thing. And for my cats that's on PC that have Steam, there's I call it a program because it's a program, but I guess it's technically a game. I don't know. It's called Cine Tracer, right? And you can block, like you can do storyboards in there with is it Unreal they're using? I want to say it's Unreal they're using. I'm not sure. Don't kill a messenger. I want to say that is Unreal, and you can use this to storyboard and block your shit before you go on set. So I use it a couple times, but sometimes it's like freehanding because I'm doing shit real fast. I'm just scribbling on a paper on my iPad or something. But I used that a couple times and it came out really good because I knew the positioning of the light before I got there. The only thing would throw it off is that I'm like, okay, I thought I was gonna be at this location and that didn't work out, and we had to shoot it somewhere else. And I'm like, damn, I thought I would have more room for this 300 watt fucking light that I'm about to put up, and I don't. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably one of the, you know, the hurdles to actually like planning something beforehand and then getting there on the day and being like, damn, that shit ain't gonna work. We ain't gonna be able to do that. You know what I mean? But for the most part though, what's on that storyboard usually, you know, what we make happen. So shooting with cameras means lighting for 3 cameras. Oh, you know what? Okay. That's the thing that I'm not doing for this. I'm lighting rooms, not people. So whatever light that's in the room, and I'm pretty sure I got a good, because I've been in this space before that we shooting in. I got a good idea of how I want to light this. I want to light it from above. So we should be able to do it. It's not as hard as it sounds. Rigging the light up to the ceiling and having it pour down onto the actors and actresses so it can look like I want it to look like they're in the art gallery. I don't want to look like, you know, when it's too clean, when you know, oh, the key is on this side and the hair, when it gets too much of that and you got your 3-point light and all that shit, it can get crazy. So I don't want to do that. I'm doing that a lot with interviews because I'm doing this documentary. The documentary is called Don't Fall Too Far. It's about fathers taking their sons into the treacherous, perilous world of boxing. And for those interviews, is kind of set up the way this is set up, where I got my key light, I got a couple hair lights in the back, some practicals, and that's really it for the interview. But for the short film, yeah, I wanted to look like a art gallery. So if you ever been in like the MoMA or anything, in New York, everything's from the ceiling down. You feel what I'm saying? So because it has to shine down onto the art. The art is the star. They don't really care how well lit you are. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to still have that vibe, but I want the actors and actresses' faces to be well lit, but I do want it to be dramatic too. I want some contrast, some shadows, all that stuff. So I'm gonna light the room as opposed to lighting the faces. Managing the set location and all that is a wild time. It's not, it's not as wild as, it's not as crazy as that sounds, to be honest with you. It's more so getting everybody in the same room at once to do the same thing is probably the hardest part. You know what I'm saying? Getting everybody on the same page. But other than that, once everybody's like working, it's easy after that. And if people are into the material, so I mean, if you gave them the material, they've taken the material home and read it and did all they're supposed to do with it, and then they come back with that material and they got it on their mind, is easy. It's really when people don't read the material and then come to do the work. That's when the problems, like, because then he's like, this motherfucker don't really know what the fuck we're doing. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of going through the motions or some shit. You know what I mean? They don't really got an idea, the vibe or the feel. But when the vibe is good, when the feeling is right and everybody is on the same page, everybody's kind of bought in to what's on the paper, what's on the page, then everything works out well. Like I remember doing this music video and I wrote a treatment for it. And when I sent the artist the treatment, he was like, I don't know about this. Like, I don't know if this is my style, this is my jam. You know what I'm saying? Like he wanted to be one of them regular old rappers and rap on the front porch of his fucking house and shit, right? And I'm like, nah, man, you want to look, I sold him on the cinematography. I sold him on it feeling like there's a story being told, even if it's not really a story, right? And he bought it. He bought in. I sent him a storyboard. It was used. I used images like reference images. I didn't like draw these up from scratch. And we pretty much followed it almost to like a perfection, like almost got every shot that we storyboarded outside of like one. And the video came out good. It came out really good, super good. So everybody bought what was on the page. They bought it, so it came out good. Usually when people buy in, if you got some actors or some people, some talent in front of your camera, and they buy into whatever it is, you're going to walk away with some good shit, without a doubt. And it could be anything. It could be fucking anything. You could be taking a picture of your spouse, of your significant other. If they buy in, y'all going to make it happen. It's going to be lit. I promise you. That's damn near for anything. It's a massive thing. For voice acting, you got to be the frame of mind. Oh, yeah, for sure. You got to be there without being there. You're on the microphone. You're on the sticks. Just talking and reading off a script. You could lose that feeling completely. So the people that do that and still you can hear the conviction in their voice, they bought in, man. You got to buy in. If you don't buy in, it's not going to work. If you doing something and you got this shit on your mind and everybody around you like, man, that shit corny. But they still trying to help you do it. Shit you about to be corny. You're about to make some bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? But if the people involved have bought in, you're gonna make something fucking great. You're gonna make something great, fantastic. It's gonna work out. I promise you. He said the team behind the recent hit. We were just talking about Expedition 33. Voice acting, matching the screen. Action, felt every scene. Yeah, we was just talking about that, man. My brother Dallas, man, recommended that to me in a phone call we had. He's like, man, Sin, you would love this. It's cinematic, the storytelling. You would be into that. So I think I'm gonna give it a try. I gotta get through Death Stranding 2 first. I'm slow walking games. The way I play games is like turtles pace. So I gotta slow walk Death Stranding 2. And then I think I'll try that next, because I don't really have nothing on deck that I'm looking forward to, like outside of that. So I'll give it a try. Let's see. Gotta be a real IP. Oh yeah, I don't know if I could do an act by act thing because I not saying I don't remember shit. I mean I do smoke weed, but that's not it. It's just that I watch and consume so much stuff. But what I want to do with games when I play them, especially story based games, I want to talk about the cinematography because I just don't believe that the light is shone on that. People when it comes to video games, people like talking about the technical aspects of video games. I want to talk more about the artistic aspects of video games because a lot of video games got good art, really good art, beautiful imagery, and people be stuck on like the real technical parts of the shit, which you know it's a technical medium, so I understand that. You know, it's almost like with film. You know, we got this thing now. We got the war on digital, film versus digital, IMAX, and you know people still using Panavision cameras. But then you're like, hey, listen, that Sony Burano is looking just as good as that film now. So it's one of those kind of things, man. But I really wish more emphasis in gaming. And that's probably one of the things that disappoint me the most about gaming and the community at large is that it's not enough emphasis on the art of it. The way I feel like with film, you get these events like Sinners and Oppenheimer and fucking just these artistic movies that people cater to and flock to and champion. And you get some haters and shit, but that's like white noise. You don't really hear that like that. You know, it's just out there. When gaming get noisy, it's fucking loud, man. Like you like, damn, like people just going crazy about shit. You know what I'm saying? And it take away from the art, from because it's art. It's fucking art, man. I don't want to get on that high horse. Y'all hear enough about my stance on art. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna. Listen, I promise you, you'll be like, oh shit, I didn't even know he meant it like that, you know, in the future. But yeah, like, it's art, and I don't feel like that art's being appreciated. I feel like it's being taken for granted. You know what I'm saying? And that's where you get these greedy companies, these greedy, seedy companies. And they're in film, they're in game, and they're in everything, right? And they just looking to just make $1 off of your IP, off of your intellectual property. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like the gaming community let them off the hook a little too easy. I do. I've seen the gaming community rally and make shit happen, but then I watch them let them off the hook. Off the hook. Just let them off the hook. And it's disheartening. And it's just not enough emphasis on art in gaming. And I feel like that's why it feels like sometimes gaming don't get taken as seriously as other mediums. It's because the emphasis isn't on the art. You know what I'm saying? It's not on the art of the game. Like you know, people are like, oh man, the graphics bad, man. They just trying to hide it under the art style. Like, what if that's their vision though? What if their vision was that? You know what I'm saying? Shouldn't we just appreciate that for what it is? I wanted the graphics to be more realistic. It's really not about what you want for real. It's about what that person made and does that align with what you want. Not necessarily them having to make what you want. It's like when you come into a restaurant, you don't build the fucking menu. You pick something off of that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I feel like in gaming, they want to make the menu. It's like you can't make the art, dude. You got to consume the art or not. Or not. But you can't decide what's on the menu. You know what I'm saying? And people have their cravings. So you want to satiate a craving. But shit, man, I feel like it's just that's all that's happening right now in the space. So it's weird. It's a weird time. My bad, man. I was just fucking talking shit. I still love the Order 1886 too, bro. I really we can't let that game go. That would be a great game to study the cinematography from, because that's probably like people said it was like, oh man, this is a good looking game. And it wasn't just because of the graphics or the face. It was like blocking and cinematography and camera movement. It was all of that shit. Like all of that made it look good. It was more than just the actual graphics. You feel what I'm saying? But it was a stunner. It really was. Yeah, I hope that's something that I really could kind of lean on. GTA 6, you know they're gonna pull out to stop Red Dead. Red Dead was a super cinematic game, man. And if Red Dead is any indication of what they're gonna do with Grand Theft Auto 6, dude, I don't know if you ever see Hateful Eight. They obviously saw Hateful Eight. They saw that movie. You feel what I'm saying? Because that winter scene, straight out of Hateful Eight. So, let me see. Yeah, some of these companies trying to jump in and make that quick buck, man. They got people out here looking crazy right now, scrambling. Microsoft is full on trying to replace the artists with AI now. I heard something about that. I didn't really read too deep into it because it's hard to even know what's fucking real and not on the internet. So I didn't get into that like that. Hopefully that's not the case. But Microsoft, any company that's going to dive into a trend like that, that's very steeped into other shit that they do, it's probably going to be Microsoft. Thankfully, a lot of smaller teams making it happen. Yeah, I heard the Expedition 33 team was small. Director would have taken 10 years. Yeah, how about that? They probably wouldn't have greenlit it. They probably would have listened to his idea and be like, no. That sucks, though. And that's good. You know what? That's good that they got the movie rights out there before some raping and pillaging happened, right? before a company decided to just take something from them without asking. You know, he was just there. It's just a nasty game, nasty business. Black Myth had a lot of dope set pieces and camera work. It did, surprisingly. I was surprised by that, to be honest with you. I really was. I thought it was just like, because them Dark Souls games, some of them got some cool, cutscenes and entrances to boss battles, the intros, but that's really it. And I was surprised that some of the actual talking dialogue scenes in Black Myth was shot pretty good. So that's the real deal. Ghost of Tsushima, Ghost of Yote, Ghost of Yote, right? That's going to look fucking phenomenal. That's definitely going to be something that we should break down. I got my capture card, so I'm gonna use my own footage from these games and pick frames to break down the lighting and all that kind of stuff. On my own, I'm not talking about that photo mode shit, because that's all I'm talking about stuff that's actually the stuff that the developer wanted, the way they wanted to present that. I want to screenshot some of those things. I'm gonna start with Death Stranding though. Death Stranding will be the first one I do. Ghost of Yote. Is that how you pronounce it? Yote or Yotai? I don't know. I'm fucking that up bad. Microsoft laid off 9,000 people. What the fuck? 9,000 people? And they're going to invest $80 billion in the AI. That's devil work right there. That's the fucking devil. I'm sorry. You don't care nothing about people if you're doing that. You don't give a good fucking goddamn about human beings. That's about the most terrible thing I heard today. 9,000 people? 1,000 people? God damn. That's wild. There's just so many beautiful games out. You've been playing GTA 3. Shit. I got a new phone. I got a 16 Pro, a new iPhone. And I got the controller, the backbone controller. Man, I was playing Max Payne on that joint, the first Max Payne. That shit was fun too, man. It brought back a lot of memories, man. Max Payne is goated. That's a great shitty game. Because we play it now, it's kind of shitty, but it's great. It's legendary. You said 9,000 people and their stock went up. That's wild. Probably because that investment in AI, man. AI is the future, unfortunately. And I say unfortunate because not because AI exists, not because it's available for people to use. None of those things. That's not why I'm saying that is fucked up. I'm saying that it's fucked up because of how many people are going to take advantage of that, and and muddy up the playing field. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's not like a lot of them people are not going to make it anyway. It's just they're muddying it up. So the people that's actually going hard, working and doing their thing, it's going to be hard for them to be seen now, because anybody's like, oh, I could just use AI and do it. That's why I seen YouTube jump out like, yo, if you're using AI clips, you can't get monetized. If you're using AI voiceovers, you can't get monetized. And I think that's beautiful for the creatives, because it's still a creative medium. And I'm not saying that don't use AI or you shouldn't use AI, but in my opinion, AI is an assistant. It's supposed to assist you. People just using AI to do the whole shit, you know what I'm saying? And that's like, because really a lot of, most AI is just stuff that's poured into an aggregate, it spits it all back out. So that's kind of like with you know, what people are fearful of. You feel what I'm saying? Because they're fearful that the thing that they made is going to get put into this AI thing, and somebody's going to be able to put in a prompt and spit out their creativity. You feel what I'm saying? And that is worrisome, especially if you swaggy. If you got a style, if you got a way of doing shit, your shit isn't AI. You feel what I'm saying? You know, like what's that studio that make the anime Ghibli, or I don't know. I'll be hacking this. They probably think this motherfucker can't say nothing. Whatever that studio is, you could just type that prompt in there and it'll give you something that look just like they shit. You feel what I'm saying? Pixar 1995, and you get something that look like some Pixar shit from 1995. That's it's like it's cool. It's just I'm just on how people are going to use the shit. That's it. Because listen, I'm just gonna keep it up. $1.50 with a bucket of fried chicken with y'all. The proposals I wrote that won funding, like I got the funding, I wrote the shit, but I know I'd be sounding like, sometimes I write like that. Dead serious. Yo, clean that up, man. Take care of me. Make me sound, and it'll do it. So to take my words and just organize them in a better way, and it won. It wins. You know what I'm saying? It wins. But it's my words. It's my original statement. I typed this, but I gave it to the AI to clean it up for me. So I'm not saying it's not useful. I just know how some people rock. I know humans. And when you know humans, you know somebody's like, shit, man, I am absolutely about to ice skate uphill. Fuck this shit. I'm fucking go ice skate uphill, man. Straight up. And that's what the worry is. The worry is that it's gonna be a lot of people trying to ice skate uphill. And it's just gonna muddy it up. It's just gonna muddy it. It's gonna be too much. You're gonna have to really just peer through that mud to get seen and heard. You feel what I'm saying? And yes, the AI worked like an editor for me. Like it took my words and put them in the right places for me. You feel what I'm saying? And that's really like what I really like AI for, because I write a lot. So, you know, as a person that write a lot, I know a lot of stuff that I'm writing don't really come off straight up, you know, English or whatever. But then say I'm writing for somebody, I won't do that because I want that, you know what I'm saying? I want that person to sound, you know, as ignorant as I sound sometimes. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. So I don't mess with it there. But if I'm doing like something like that, a proposal, or I'm definitely gonna feed that into AI as an editor to clean me up. But that's what I really use it for. You know, so it's a use for it. It's used for it in multiple applications. So I'm not by any means slam dunking and dogpiling on what it is. It's just when you know that people are greedy, right? And you know that people want a lot while doing less. You just got to know what comes with something that's so accessible. Anybody can get this. This is not gate kept. It's a paywall, but it's a rather cheap one. It don't really cost that much money. You feel what I'm saying? So and in the film industry, shoot, in any entertainment industry, it's not even just the film industry, but specifically in the film industry, it's gonna fuck some shit up, especially on the FX side. On the VFX side, it's gonna it's gonna fuck some shit up. And it's already fucked up on that side, for real. Like people that do VFX, man, they doing the Lord's work out here, and they getting wiped, bro. People using them to wipe their ass, for real. It's sad, to be honest with you. How these studios, these VFX studios, some of these VFX studios work on video games too, and they getting wiped by them companies same way. No respect for these people. Sad, very sad. Having AI write something old 1800 American style, that would be crazy. It is scary, but it is scary. And you watch enough Terminator, you don't want the AI to become self-aware. Like, damn, you know what? I can think on my own. You're like, that's not what you want. You don't want the AI to be like, you know what? Fuck you, dog. I'm tired of hearing your shit. So it's definitely something to be scared of. Especially if you're in one of these fields where you do that thing. Because imagine, like, right, I got a drone. I'm sitting there like, y'all can see that motherfucker. But I got a drone over here, right? And, I would, any place I went, like, to shoot, to film at, I bring my drone to get that establishing shot. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, in this documentary, we globetrotted a little bit. We was all up and down the East Coast, man, following our subject, this father and son boxing team, and we followed them to all these different places. So everywhere I went, I wanted to get like a wide establishing shot. So I flew the drone. Some places I couldn't fly the drone, like New York be on some bullshit when it comes to drones. Because of 9/11, obviously. But it was just tough. Now, if I'm in Florida, in some place, I could just type in, was it VO or whatever it is, drone shot with the camera moving forward slowly over this place, this particular place, and the AI is going to make it happen because somebody already did that. You know what I'm saying? And you could even get so specific, they'd be like, yeah, I needed at dusk, blue hour. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Those people that only do that, because it's people that only fly drones, they might be in trouble. They might be in real trouble, to be honest with you. Like, they might be in some serious, serious trouble. But then you got B-roll. If you need an insert shot, you can just type it up on VO. Boom, there it is. So it's gonna be some people out of business. I don't know if anybody familiar with people who work on camera, but you got your cinematographer, you got your camera operator, and you got your first AC. Your first AC is the guy that pulls focus, right? He pulls focus. They have something called a LiDAR system that uses AI to basically pull focus for you. It's like autofocus for like manual lenses. So eventually, that's going to get rid of that job. That job's gone. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. It's a weird transitional period we in right now in a lot of ways. In so many ways, more than one. But yeah, man, I said I was gonna get off here like fucking 30 minutes ago, man. And Nate came in here, shook the conversation up a little bit. Ryan, Bats, Aunt Boogie. But yeah, man, I'm gonna get up out here. I'm gonna leave y'all with this though, man. I don't know how many of y'all like listen to rap, but the Clips just put out a phenomenal album. You talking about a cinematic album, music to listen to that, it's culturally inappropriate. That shit is fucking fire. I'm probably gonna listen to that before I lay down. It's fucking good, man. That shit is excellent. 10 out of 10. You know what I mean? But yeah. I'm gonna get out of here, man. Listen, man, hopefully everybody enjoy the conversation, man. I want to do this more. I know I say that all the time, but I got this shit set up. This should be sitting here. I'll be doing all kind of stuff. I could have just go live when I'm doing something, man. It's just a lot of time. I'm like, who the fuck wants to hear some of this shit? So, yeah, I'm gonna start talking about what I'm watching, and I really, 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 really gonna get on top of busting down some of these game cinematography. I'm going to actually do that for sure. So, listen, man, appreciate everybody pulling up. Really do. It's late on the East Coast. It's about 12:15. I'm probably not gonna go to sleep right away, but I'll catch y'all on the next one. In fact, I'm gonna try to go live. I'm gonna say the next time I go live. If not this weekend coming up, definitely the weekend, next weekend, because Fantastic Four is coming out. Without a doubt. I'll be back for that for sure. For fucking sure. I'll be back. That's going to be fun. I'm excited. This summer's been fucking great movie-wise. So I'm going to try to do more streams for some of these flicks. But yeah, I'm going to get up out of here, man. Listen, appreciate y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of the night. Y'all be safe as a motherfucker out here because shit is crazy. It is funky out this bitch. Take care of yourself. Take care of your people. And I'll catch y'all on the other side, man. Appreciate y'all. Y'all take it easy. Peace. Look, I don't even know how to end this shit. Like, I don't even know what to do. I'm rusty, guys. I am fucking rusty. I'll get it together. I'll be back. Y'all take it easy. Peace.